it couldn't be more beautiful than this. I'm using Eclipse with the DevStyle theme that allows me to have a material-like theme for my Eclipse IDE, and it's very beautiful. It's looking very nice. You see workspaces here. These are not workspaces, by the way. These are what they say, perspectives. They are perspectives. Currently I'm in the PHP perspective, and here you see a terminal that is currently running a Docker compose command, and on the left you see the project explorer along with many other options around the IDE. And by the way, I like the dark theme. In the project explorer you see the different files that I have. This Glidden for a Zen framework application that I am currently working on, and this is pretty nice. I like it. As we go here on the in the top, at the top section, you see that the composer, not composer, this is in fact Docker Compose, which is a Docker application. It is running a Docker command. It is creating a Docker image, and also then it's going to deploy it on my local machine so that I see the effect. The hard part for this Docker setup that I created for development is to have two simultaneous Docker images, Docker containers, one for the web service and the other for the database service, to have them at the same time. This was pretty hard for me, and I'm still unsure whether it's gonna work. So I hope it works. Let us have a look at my Docker Compose file. Here we have version 3. We are using the version 3 of Docker Compose specification. We have services. Under the services, we have two of our services that we are going to use, web and database, DB. Under web, you see its context and Docker file defined with a specific path pointing to its Docker file, ports mapped from 8080 on my local host to 80 on the container, volumes from this path on my local host to this path inside the container, and also a keyword depends on, which specifies that this container is gonna depend on the other container, which is a database. So if it doesn't exist, if the database is not working, our project will not gonna work in production very well. So we add this depends on so that we always make sure that the other service is also built. So DB or database is defined here. Down inside our Docker Composer, we have defined the image, ports, mapping similar to this one up above. We have restart always, which I don't know what it does, but it is a cool thing, I guess. We have volumes. For the volumes, we have MySQL data we defined, and I also don't know how this works. And this is kind of a variable that is defined below volumes, and then it specifies a driver. I don't know what this is. I didn't find that in the documentation on the Docker Hub for MariaDB. So Docker is kind of confusing. It has a lot of things to learn. I still have a lot of work to do. So we have a mapping from MySQL data. Probably it is from this driver, local driver, to this var lib MySQL. Probably it says save your MySQL data into this path, var lib MySQL. And also we have an entry point, Docker entry init db, which Docker respects and identifies probably as a starting point. When the container is first created, it's going to pick up the schema files, the files with zip or SQL extensions, and it's going to execute them as SQL files and against the database that it is using. So probably I also need to have a database environment variables for defining the database, but I haven't done it, so I'm still in doubt whether this is gonna work or not. So this has been created. I have run docker compose build, and if I run docker compose up, it's going to show me whether it's working or not. So let's run docker compose up. Creating, yes, we created this and that, both. Oh my god, oh my god. You see, we didn't specify our environment variables for database, and it's creating problems for us. You need to specify one of MySQL root password, MySQL root password, MySQL root password, okay, MySQL allow empty, whatever, okay. We even didn't specify database name, so it doesn't know where to save these schema files. So exited with 1. Oh my god. Okay guys, that's enough for now. I'm gonna back off. I'm gonna stop this docker compose command, and later I'm going to do some fixes. For the environment variable, I'm going to add here a password for the root. So let's add environment, and under environment I'm going to define these MySQL root password. Probably this is gonna work. This is gonna do it. For the password, let's define like this. Let's say whatever, I don't know, some password. This is probably gonna work. So let's build it again. Okay, this is wrong. It's invalid YAML. The compose file is invalid because the DB environment contains MySQL root password, some password, which is invalid type. It should be a string. How should it be a string? I don't know. It is already a string. Oh, this is not PHP. This is YAML. Strings need to be double quoted, probably. Some pass word. Docker compose build. Again, it is invalid. So I don't know why this is. Probably I need to. There's another way. Contains MySQL root password. Like this. Oh, probably this is gonna be equals to work, you know? And probably this is gonna work. Yes, it is valid this time, some password. Okay, fine. Let's up it. Yes, it seems to be working. It seems to be working. Let's check if the database contents were imported into the database. Entry point running. What? No database selected. What are you talking about? Oh. I probably needed to specify that I needed to use that database. Probably. Yes. I needed to add a creation command for database. If we look at the schema file, we haven't specified any database name, just the table name. So this is gonna cause problems for us. No database selected. This is not gonna work. So let's stop the recording for now, and I'm gonna check it and fix it later. Thanks for watching.